Hello. Welcome to Ghost of Clown School, Episode 1. I'm here with Pepito. How are you, Pepito?
So good.
Excellent. I love to hear it. And we are joined today and are here to discuss the work of Kiki Johnson. Uh, Kiki, knock knock.
Who's there?
Kiki.
Kiki.
My Kikis are stuck in the door.
Oh, nice. I've never heard a knock knock joke with my name before.
Well, thanks to knockknockjokes.com for that one. It was the only thing that popped up when I looked for knock knock jokes with the name Kiki in him. So, hey, there you go. It seems appropriate to start a clown school venture with a knock knock joke. I can think of no better way.
No, it's the
Uh,
perfect way.
it's great to have you, Kiki. I am very excited. When I was trying to get into doing podcasts and everything, the first thing I thought was Kiki. I got to record with Kiki. And you did the first episode with me. It was great.
Yeah, but I like that you're doing, I guess, videos now.
Yeah,
You leveled up.
this is public access for the new century. This is the next level. The thing is, with podcasting, I remember we recorded that long podcast and I told you, "Oh yeah, I'm going to edit it and do all these things." And I fully intended to. I was not I was not fibbing when I said that. But when it came down to it, I like the free flow nature. I like the off the cuff, embracing all mistakes. And that's why a pivot to doing live video interviews just seemed the perfect way to go.
It's definitely a better medium for your style and the way you think about the world.
Thank you.
And a public access. One of our first conversations we ever had was you being excited about Albuquerque public access.
Absolutely.
So this is
And
perfect. It's a perfect medium content and form.
I think so. And the thing is, I remember looking into it, and now with this newfangled technology, Albuquerque Public Access will allow you to send in videos so you can have a show on public access there without even living in Albuquerque. So
Are you going to start putting these videos in
that's what
public
I'm thinking.
access?
Maybe someday this
Nice.
will be a public access show,
Do
and
it
that will
right
be
away. I just
that
send it. Just start sending them.
that will be the culmination of all my effort.
That'd be amazing.
I feel like I should do a little introduction explaining what this is for anybody who was not aware of the great, glamorous, glorious clown school. It was a gallery there in Santa Fe, New Mexico that Kiki and I co-founded with Emily and Steve, and we had some great shows, and it was really fun. I met a lot of artists that I wouldn't have known through doing that. A lot of them Kiki introduced me to. I found out about a lot of good work through your reaching out because Kiki's a tastemaker.
Thank you.
But since the clown school it died and had a funeral on October 27th, 2023. What this is when something dies, but the spirit still lives on,
Like a ghost.
even though it doesn't have a physical form anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is. This is the ghost of clown school. This is the ethereal form of clown school that has now been transformed into a digital ghost in the ones and zeros, or as we call them, the bones and zeros. So yeah, that's the intro I thought would be a great way to start. So
The bones and zeros.
I don't think that there could possibly be any questions now. I think we're all on the same page. Yes, absolutely. The one thing I do need to do before we dive into it, I am scatterbrained, but I did make a promise that I would start these new ventures with a riddle. So, Kiki, I'm going to ask you a riddle.
Okay.
The more of me there is, the less you'll see. What am I?
Okay. The more of me there is.
And thanks to Sophia for
Is it
telling me
fog?
we should do this. What?
Is it fog?
That's close. But
Air?
we'll get back
Fire?
to the answer. My idea was we start with the riddle and maybe we end with the answer if it hasn't come up yet.
The more
Uh,
now I'm gonna be thinking about the riddle the whole time. The more, so it's
exactly.
close to
See?
fog, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yes. You're
Rain?
right there on the verge. But trust me, this is gonna pay off
Okay.
so
Oh wait.
good. But what I really want to do is get off of riddles. My friend Pepito here, I'm pointing up, I believe he's right above me there, is not familiar with your work. And I purposely did not. What?
Just that one.
Oh, yeah. The one that we have here on our background. I'm trying to figure this out. This is like a weatherman shit. He's seen that, but I've purposely not shown him a lot of stuff because I wanted him to have fresh eyes seeing this work.
Nice.
Kiki, would you like to start off showing us some stuff from your website?
Yeah. Well,
Let me switch over to that.
I love that my website is still a Tumblr,
Yeah.
which is
And
so
why wouldn't it be?
embarrassing.
No.
It's like
Come
the
on.
laziest website ever. But
That's
I
the way it
also
should be. You know
I
what
make so
effort
much
is?
work.
Do you know what effort is?
What?
It's a joke.
Yeah.
So
So I guess I wanted to start with like really early work
yeah.
before grad school.
Where was grad school?
I went to Yale for painting. I graduated in
Wow.
2012. So it's been a while.
Yeah. That's a bit loftier than Des Moines Area Community College, where
I mean,
I
great school there too. Like,
took 2 semesters. So,
and you're a great painter, so
oh, absolutely.
So I guess I wanted to start partly for myself to kind of like put the links together and thinking
Yeah.
about, okay, maybe a better way to put it is I think that like artists always have a stream of like their work. It's always the same content, kind of like you're still pulling from the same ideas over and over again, but they kind of
Right.
grow and you add new research. But it's always nice to go back to the beginning and kind of see like where your content and the same.
Yeah, absolutely. Your origins.
Your origins that are like, and at a certain point, I think that like you can not worry about your content because it's just so a part of your interests and you can just make art
Yeah.
and just kind of see where it goes. But this is
Right.
like early on thinking about all the things I think about now, but just expressed differently.
Yeah, you didn't have the tools yet. This is the raw idea in your mind before you elevated your way to express that.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, as we go along, you'll just see the work aesthetically is completely different.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's
This
not
doesn't
the
look like the
same.
Kiki I
This
know.
is not what my work looks now.
No, but it's great. I love it.
Thanks. So there's a superstition said if you put bread upside down your table, you bring bad luck to the sailors.
Okay.
So I was interested in, and still am, in like superstitions as a way to understand the world around us, make the like sense of the world that makes no sense. And
Absolutely.
right? Like you're like, this I mean, I as a human, it's really fucking hard. And you're just like, how do I make sense of being human?
Right.
Superstitions. That's the answer.
Yeah. Applying order where none exists.
Yes.
It's the greatest coping mechanism of all.
And I love it. I love seeing in all like parts of being human. I think it's um I don't know, it's really beautiful to see how people in the world try to make sense of being in our body.
Right. Absolutely.
So this
Yeah.
piece was I was drawing a bunch of superstitions and I was like, well, I just want to manifest like if I draw bread and turn it upside down, I don't know, just like trying to make a drawing a spell itself or like it's
Absolutely.
actually the superstition in a drawing and a piece of art.
And another thing that I love this drawing, but one thing that I really like is that I was unaware of that superstition. My knowledge of sailor superstitions is not ultra deep,
Yeah.
so
You don't have sailor superstitious knowledge?
not anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe I forgot about it. I am an old man, but
Mhm.
I like that it has this power. This, you talk about it being a spell, and it does have power to have this symbol of bad luck and things like that. But I would reckon that a lot of viewers do not even know about that context. So that power is in there, but it's not fully registering to all the viewers, and I think that's beautiful.
Thanks. I mean, as we go on, we can go I can
Yeah,
explain more
yeah,
about where I'm
absolutely.
coming from now, but this is kind of the beginning of thinking about art before I knew, like, really had a clear understanding of what I was trying to do, just that art being magic itself,
Mhm.
a magical art
Nice,
form.
absolutely.
Okay, so let's see what else I have. This may take a second.
Oh, there it is.
I was also go on. We're gonna just see how. So the other thing I was doing. This is an old photo of me. Um,
Oh, nice.
but I was before. There's another luck superstition about if
Hmm.
you take your Christmas tree and burn it on Shrove Tuesday and make pancakes with the Christmas tree,
Hmm.
like in the flames, you will get good luck for that year.
Nice. Have you?
So,
Okay.
so I did that.
Yeah.
So it was like a performance. I was trying to like figure out drawings as spells and actually these actions as spells. I will say ate the pancakes
How were they?
and they were delicious.
Nice.
Didn't get good luck for the year.
Oh well.
I know.
Hey, delayed reaction possibly.
Yes, like years.
Right. Right. But
But
hey.
yes. So it was not just an art form, like in drawing, it was also trying to like manifest actual these actions of luck.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
Um, so I don't have this. I'm just kind of like winging this
I
a
can
little
see
bit.
how that
Mhm.
reflects into the work of yours that I'm familiar with. You know, that through line is evident, very strong.
Thanks. So, wait, I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. Okay, when I'm in grad school,
Hmm.
let me know if you have any questions. I'm just like going for it right now.
Right, for sure. This is
So in grad school, and I was also interested before grad school, but in grad school, I was really interested in museums. I still
yeah.
am. I work at a museum,
Hmm.
and what I liked about museums, the archive, or thinking about museums it also had the same system of superstitions, right? It's like
Mhm.
these facts that are also totally subjective, and an
Mhm.
institution that presents as truth to make sense of the world that's also not true, but not all true. It's all,
Yeah.
So that was I started taking um objects like archival boxes and trying to like play with them, and like this I crystallized this one and just kind of like taking the materials of history and trying to infuse magic into it.
Yeah.
Infuse like time.
It's beautiful.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So I'll get and then I also was obsessed with bonnets.
Oh,
And as
nice.
bonnets are like these I will make this smaller. This portal into the other like a time traveling machine.
Oh, wow.
Things are
Is
getting crazy.
No, yeah, you're getting deep into it. This is getting further into the kiki that I know and that I was
Yeah.
introduced to.
Yeah. Bonnets are time travel machines. That's a
Okay,
time
yeah.
travel portal.
All right. Yeah, I like the portal aspect of it, and that was very powerful.
Thanks.
I'd never okay, truth be told, I haven't thought a lot about bonnets, but now hearing that, um, it does bring up a lot of, I can see the portalness and I can see the time travel elements of it. It seems evident to me. I like your bonnet work.
Thank you.
What? What?
Hmm.
Did you use a certain?
Hmm?
Did you use a certain black paint?
Oh, this is
Is it
better
that
than
really?
paint. It's flocking. So I draw
Ah,
the bonnet and then flock. Do you know what flocking is? I
no.
guess
No.
so. It's like what the inside of a jewelry box is made of, like that
Oh yeah, yeah.
felty. It's like
Okay.
glitter, but fiber, and it like
Like a
Okay.
felt.
absorbs all the light. It's a
Wow.
beautiful material.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really makes it uh the portalness of it
Yeah.
jump out. It's very strong.
I
Yes.
thought you had used like that really dark black paint.
The Vanta black.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I have some Vanta Black, and I'm not a
Holy
fan of
shit.
it.
You're not? I've never, I just heard what we've all heard. I've never been around it.
It doesn't like I don't know. It doesn't brush on well.
Yeah.
So
I dig your
yeah.
art, Kiki.
Hmm?
I really dig your art.
Oh, thank you.
Like
Thanks.
what you described about that upside down bread and how you think it makes or the way that folks the feeling out of a person,
Hmm.
the way you described it is what I felt.
Oh, good.
Like
Yeah.
You're
It
like
comes
something's
across.
wrong. Something's not right. Bread should be not upside
Right.
down.
This is not what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, because you'll kill sailors.
right. That's why. That's why there's not as many of them around. Oh, I assume. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Again,
they're
I
not
don't
putting
keep
bread
up with the
upside down.
sailors, but I'm assuming there aren't as many of them these days. Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know. I live in New Mexico. I'm like in a landlocked state now. So
Right. And um yes, absolutely beautiful.
okay. Let's just going okay. I'm just
Oh
going back
wow.
and forth between performances and drawing.
When's the last time you've done a performance?
I think in grad school actually. So
Wow.
this is a weird one. Can we hear the audio if I play audio on this, the video?
Uh well, when you did the screen share, there was an option to share audio. I don't know if you
Okay,
clicked that.
can you hear this?
Yes. Wow.
So I'm just gonna talk over this and just let the video play.
Yeah. God, this is
But-
really making me sorry, I just want to comment really quick.
Yeah, go for
This
it.
is really making me feel like we missed out by not having more kiki performances when the gallery was a living creature. Yeah.
Well,
I
I
would
should
have-
do more performances. but-
Yeah, I mean you've got upcoming gallery stuff, so I would love for it to come back.
Oh,
This is
awesome.
very good.
Thank you. So, in this video performance, thinking of spells and tongue
Mhm.
twisters as spells,
Yes.
and like using
They
a
are. I
tongue-
can
they
see
are,
that connection. Yeah.
right?
Wow.
And
Yeah.
molasses is like this weird historical thing that like it's not really used. It is used. It's really fucking gross.
Right.
It's sticky. It gets everywhere. It looks like blood.
Yeah. Right.
So again, trying to like take these elements and like make my own. I guess I was trying to like make spells to touch history,
Mhm.
to time travel,
Yeah. I
and
like
then
it.
making these like weird videos
You have
from
these.
it.
You have very active work. It lives on beyond the creation of it and the energy that goes into it. It has real power after the fact. It is a living creature. I love it. Love to
Thanks.
I
see
needed this.
it. Yeah.
I needed to see this today.
Good.
It's like fits perfectly with how I'm feeling or like thinking.
It's what your life needed at this point.
Yeah, just molasses,
Yeah.
tongue
This is a good-
twisters.
It's beautiful.
This is making me feel.
It's very active work. It has life.
Did some more. This is another performance, and did more videos with molasses and playing around with molasses, and then in grad school, I'm gonna kind of go through this a little faster.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I was like in a painting school at Yale.
Right. I've heard of it.
I went to Yale, guys.
Okay,
And-
okay.
But it was a very my undergrad was Cal Arts, and Cal Arts has more of a conceptual base.
Mhm.
More of like what material fits your ideas. I'm kind of downplaying it, but when I went to Yale, I didn't realize what a painting school it was. I didn't really understand. I mean, I grew up with artists. I know what painting was. I like went to like museums and openings and galleries my whole life, but painting is like this whole other thing that I just like jumped into.
And you took to it
Yeah, I really loved
very
it.
well.
Yeah.
Can I make a quick interruption?
Mhm.
You were talking about art being around with your family growing up and things like that.
Mhm.
And that just reminded me. I told my grandpa I was going to be interviewing you for this show, and he told me to tell you hello. So that's
Tell
a
him I
shout
say
out
hi.
for my grandfather.
Hey, Grandpa.
I'll show him that. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. Anything goes.
Right. This is live. This is public access of the
This
new
is public
century.
access. Anything can happen. So I started making paintings. Sorry, just to jump back in.
No, yeah.
Paintings from museums. So I go to these
Right.
museums. I was obsessed with museums and take pictures of objects in museums
Mm-hmm.
and then start painting them. It's this way.
I love that, painting objects from museums. I really love that. That really speaks to me.
Yeah. And then I started assigning them astrological signs because I love
Yes,
astrology.
absolutely. Of course you did.
So
I shared a studio space with you, so I'm well versed in Kiki's astrology
yeah.
connections in her work. Beautiful.
So this is Leo. Yeah, always trying to figure out what astrology like when to
Mm-hmm.
pick a painting, pick an object, and try to like manifest that energy through museum objects that I painted.
Mm-hmm.
And then, sorry, I'm going to go back. I also arranged the paintings like a constellation.
Wow,
And the other thing I did in
that's
this
cool.
piece, I made this table. This table is from my childhood, and it was been
Yeah.
carved in for friends visiting, and I got it, and I made it into a Ouija board, and had
Wow.
friends and me to like have this like Ouija performance that was secretive, but I recorded it, the
Mm-hmm.
sound, and then presented that. So this is the sound of the performance
Wow, that
with
is
the
cool.
table.
Yeah.
Which I love about this is that like when you walk by it, like you sometimes thought it was moving or the carpet's moving.
Right.
Like you didn't like it had like that like weird anything could happen. It
Yeah.
is that ghostly experience.
Yeah. Living in that chaos.
Living in the chaos.
Beautiful.
Okay. Then I got out of grad school and
Mm-hmm.
made some, I don't know, it's kind of still painting and a little lost, trying to figure out what I was interested in. I'm kind of going to skip through this stuff. I will say this is one thing I made for these are mounts from museums that I
Okay.
flock. So a mount like holds the object
Mm-hmm.
that you see when you go to a museum. They're supposed to disappear, but I think they're like one of the most beautiful objects.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
and they're like magic wands, right? There are these
Yeah.
magic wands, and I was thinking about wands and swords from the tarot, and these like magical, like literally objects that hold, like they hold history. They get to touch history.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey, I hate to do this, but I think we're gonna have to end it pretty soon.
No way. It's okay.
Yeah, but I want you to come back. See, this is
No.
this is my bad because timing things I didn't fully figure it out, and I still have to catch the bus and ride 2 hours to get to work and everything. And I should have timed this better.
No, it's
But
okay. I feel like
we'll,
you don't even see the new work I'm making. We're
well,
just
that's what
leaving
I'm
it
saying.
here.
I want to pivot to a few of your newer things and talk
Yeah.
about those.
Do you
And
wanna
but I would
show
love to
those?
come back and talk more about this stuff. You know, this is kind of like the pilot episode of this new project.
I love
Had to
it.
have Kiki on for it.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna stop sharing so you can share
well, hang
my
on.
new stuff.
I'm gonna go over here. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. See, this is so complicated. I don't need the intro anymore. Okay.
You need the intro. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing.
All right.
you.
That's fine. No, but I had a few of yours here. I am now controlling the stream with my phone.
I love that I just showed everything that I just was been making, and like this work looks Nothing like what I make now.
Absolutely. See, this is a jump cut to modern Kiki.
Modern
Uh,
kiki.
we should have started this earlier. There
Okay.
was so much more I wanted to talk about, but I do want to talk. I want to show some of your current stuff. I grabbed these from your Instagram.
Thank you.
I I like this one.
Oh, thanks. So I don't even know, how do I talk about my new work?
Yeah,
I
because it's still young. You birthed it not long ago. These living pieces of yours.
Yeah, it's been about a year, and I've been making these work, and I've been thinking about it recently, and I just wanna have fun and not think about things too much, and where
Right.
I came to not think about things all the time. That's not what
Oh,
I'm gonna say. It's
you're
more of
not
a,
brain
like,
off. You're in it.
I'm in it, but it's if art is a spell,
Yes,
like,
and it is.
literally art is a magical form, like,
Hmm.
I'm just trying to conjure through making art, and kind of trusting what I make and go through,
Hmm.
like, an editing.
Yeah.
So this one is the Four of Wands, and I'm partly influenced by tarot, but I feel like it's a tarot deck from, like, an alternate universe.
Yeah.
They look like
And
they're weaving in and out of the dark space.
yeah,
Like or
Kiki is a master of the dark space. I feel like
yeah,
that comes up a lot in her work. It's some of my
or
favorite
like where
stuff.
their
Like we,
heads, like where the hands go around the head, like
yeah,
the light
yeah.
cuts. That's cool.
See, it's also it reminds me cut to earlier in this episode when we were talking about some of your grad school beginnings with the portals, the deep black portals in these bonnets and everything. You just have this real power over the deep blackness. It really comes through. It's very strong.
I love deep blackness.
It shows. You love deep blackness and it shows.
I just it's like looking at the ocean.
Yeah.
Not to go back to sailors, but that or looking like one of the things I love about living in New Mexico, which everybody talks about, like, the sky during the day and how big it
Yes.
is. I'm all about the night sky.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
all
Some of
about,
the
like, feeling small within this universe.
right, absolutely. You really get sucked into it and enveloped out there
Yeah.
in the badlands of New Mexico. It's beautiful. I love that piece. There was one more I wanted to comment on. Pepito, I think you'll really love this one. This one is one of my favorites. And
Wow.
I just love it. It's amazing.
Thanks. That's
Is that
actually
a
a
word?
spell.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very powerful. It comes through.
Yeah. It's was given to a friend that
Hmm.
I'm no longer friends with.
Right, of course.
So it's
As some of the best stuff usually does,
yeah.
ends up in the hands of those who don't deserve it.
They
Yeah.
deserve it. I mean, I made it
Okay.
for him, and it's funny. The minute he took it down off his wall and didn't hang it up, that's when we stopped being friends
Right.
because it's a friendship
Ooh,
spell and a love
Exactly.
spell, even though I didn't
I get
admit it was a love spell, but it is.
Yeah. It seems like it. It seems like one. You like that one, Pepito?
that's amazing. It
Thanks.
looks. Is there a word in there or
It's a
some kind of
sigil.
text like that white part?
Mhm. So the white
But
part's a sigil,
Oh, it's a
And
sigil?
mhm, it's a
Oh,
spell.
beautiful. Yeah,
But I feel like it gives it dimension. Like it pops.
absolutely.
The face pops more
Yeah.
with that.
Thanks.
With that.
I
I
love
love
it.
that piece too. I think it's one of the strongest pieces I ever made, but I think it's also one of the strongest pieces I've ever made because I had so much intention and love
Right?
and
God,
energy into it.
that's that's what it's all about. The pieces that have a lot of that, I guess the word is energy that you're putting into it
Yeah, it
and the
feels energetic.
creation and the
The
intention.
green.
God, I'm gonna get stormed on so bad on the way to work. Um,
Sorry.
well, no, thank you very much, Kiki. This has been an experiment in this new medium.
I love it.
I'm
I love this
I'm excited.
medium.
I want you to come back. I want to talk more about this. I feel like we barely scratched the surface.
No, it's I just gave you this nice overview
Yeah.
of my whole art
And then we
practice.
jumped to current day.
It's the
Um
same stuff, it just looks different.
well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for
And
What do they
having me
call
on
those?
here. And wait, what's the answer to the riddle?
hang on. Oh,
Ah,
Pepito, were you saying something?
Oh, it was like what do they call those? Flights of beer? But it was
Yeah,
like a flight of
a flight of art.
it's an art
kiki.
flight.
It was. Well,
Yeah,
thank you, Pepito, and thank you, Kiki. The answer
yeah,
to the
kiki,
riddle
kiki.
is darkness.
Oh my gosh, it's like